Hello and welcome back to another episode of Sports with P. After game one, there is a lot to talk about, a lot to catch up on about last game, what's going to happen tonight as game two tips off. So let's just jump right into it. Game one was an instant classic. Tyrese Haliburton, his playoff run right now is generational. He has a game winner in every round so far, and it was only game one of the finals. I do want to say he was not playing his best. He was 6 for 13 total before the last shot. He was 5 of 12. He finished with 14 points, but obviously the play of the game. He did have 10 rebounds to go along with that. And as a team whose big men aren't the best at rebounding, guards and forwards rebounding is very clutch. Speaking about clutch, I think Tyrese Haliburton is putting himself at superstar status. He's first round, second round, third round, and the NBA Finals. Like this guy, I thought he was comparable to Trae Young. Trae Young did not make it this far. He's not doing what Haliburton is doing. Tyrese Haliburton is on a whole different planet. And speaking of whole different planet, the player of the game, even though he lost, was probably Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He was the MVP. He finished with 38 on 30 shots. He was hyper aggressive. Only shot 8 free throws, made 7 of them. Still, his team couldn't get it done, but I'm not going to put that on him. I'm going to move into his secondary stars, Jalen Williams and Chet Holmgren. Where was Chet Holmgren at? He went 2 for 9, finished with 6 points. In the finals, you cannot do that if you're one of the star players on the team. They're not going to get wins without him. But if Chet starts hitting, it'll be scary for the Pacers, very good for the Thunder. Jalen Williams was also another guy. He wasn't shooting his best, He had 17 points on 30% shooting. That's just not something you want to see on 30% shooting. He's going to come back with a vengeance. The Thunder, they're going to be loud. They're going to be amped up. They're going to be ready. Now let's move to the Pacers side of things. Pascal Siakam was getting buckets pretty consistently throughout the whole game. He had 19 and 10. He was the constant mismatch. Since the Thunder decided to start Cason Wallace finished with a minus 13 plus minus. I expect Isaiah Hartenstein to start instead. He had 9 and 9 in about 17 minutes. He was very impactful on the floor. He also finished with a +2 plus minus. I think they should make that switch considering the fact that Chet Holmgren also didn't play good as a big man last game. They need another guy in the post, a lob threat, some more offense flowing because Wallace was just not getting it done. Back to the Pacers side of things, Andrew Nembhard finished with 14, but him and Miles Turner in the clutch the last 7 minutes of the game, they turned up. Turner hit a step back bank three, not even the end of the shot clock. When that went in, Pacers started picking it up. Nembhard's confidence went sky high, like something we saw at Gonzaga years ago. That guy was playing as hard as he could, just as all the Pacers do. Nesmith kept them in it throughout the middle of the game. He was taking charges, getting rebounds. He finished with a double-double, 10 points, 12 boards, something you really like to see. TJ McConnell, he was their leading scorer in the first 3 quarters, one of the leading scorers. And yeah, this Pacers team is just so well built. Rick Carlisle is coaching them amazingly. He was down the entire game, stayed poised, kept his team poised. They had 20 turnovers in the first half, finished with 24. I don't think the Thunder are going to get a worse half out of the Pacers this season. Since they didn't capitalize on that, it's going to be a little scary, but they are the best team in the NBA record-wise and throughout the Western Conference. So I highly expect them to bounce back. What I do want to point out from the Thunder side of things is that Alex Caruso and Lou Dort are so amazing to watch. Caruso finished with 11 points, only hit 1 3, but the defensive presence was there. He had 3 steals and 2 blocks, forcing extra possessions for the Thunder and taking away possessions from the Pacers. Lou Dort, same type of thing. His corner threes, his far wing threes were just so impactful throughout the game. He hit 5 of them. He had 4 steals and 2 blocks. Caruso and Dort, that guard combo is probably the best defensive combo in the NBA. They're so good on the perimeter. They're so good on the wings. And they were making their presence felt inside with the blocks. Obviously, game one, basically everyone's first time going to the finals. I watched the game. I forgot to mention Caruso does have a ring, so he brings that championship presence to the Thunder. Pascal Siakam. Thomas Bryant is a guy deep down on the Pacers bench who also played on the Nuggets when they won a championship. So there are 3 finals guys. Rick Carlisle is the coach. That makes it 4. You could tell in game one, the nerves were on display everywhere. It wasn't just the Pacers turning the ball over early. It was the Thunder, too. The Pacers couldn't really get it going till the second half turnover-wise. The Thunder did kind of slow down on that. But I think game 2, the nerves are going to be gone. It's going to be straight hoops. It's going to be insane to watch. It's going to be a great basketball game. I actually cannot wait because I think the turnovers will cut down. The possessions are going to be more impactful. and more, not sloppy, what's the word I'm looking for, precise. There's going to be a lot more shots taken. I expect it to be higher scoring, but not by much, maybe in like the 120s. I can't wait. I also want to say OKC is going to play with a chip on their shoulder. The best team in the NBA playing motivated. Chet Holmgren needs to have a big game. Jalen Williams needs to shoot the ball better. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander needs to keep his foot on the gas. Like, this dude cannot let up because he had 38 points and they still lost by 1. I know secondary stars didn't play that good, but let's say he doesn't play that good. Is Chet and Jalen Williams going to be able to pick up for him? I don't know. I also want to say the Thunder didn't make the most out of one of Tyrese Haliburton's, down games, I will say. He hit, the game-winning shot. It was still a down game. He had 14 and 10. Like I said, I expect him to come out swinging. I expect him to come out scoring. His confidence is going to be sky high. And as a basketball player, when you have good confidence and you have the skills to basically shoot and make whatever you want, it's very scary for the opponents. I want to say the secondary stars are going to be key in this game. Let's just say Pascal Siakam is going to be the secondary star, even though he won the Eastern Conference Finals MVP. Tyrese Haliburton is obviously the leader of this team. He had 19 and 10. Who's going to be the first Pacer to crack 20? Is it going to be him? Is it going to be Turner? Nembhard, his confidence is going to be shot way up because he played so good in the clutch. Nesmith, he had 10 and 12. I don't expect him to get to that 20 range, but maybe he can bring it up to 15 and keep the rebounds going. It's going to be scary. Now, on the other side, I already talked about Jalen Williams. He had 17, but on like 30% shooting. Chet Holmgren was practically non-existent. Caruso and Dort, they're definitely going to stay steady. Their defense is going to be amazing. Are you going to rely on Lou Dort hitting 5 threes again? I don't think so. Alex Caruso didn't shoot the ball particularly well. Pacers shot from three-point around 46%. That's what kept them in this game. They couldn't really get shots going at the rim, but they were hitting from outside. They were playing really good defense. Both sides of the ball were just amazing. I think the Thunder's atmosphere is going to be turned all the way up. But the thing is, since the Pacers just played game 1 in OKC, I don't think they're going to be as affected. Thunder crowd, I can't wait to hear it. There's just a lot going on in this game. I really had to address a ton of it. Thank you guys for watching. I really can't wait to watch this game tonight. Let me know in the comments, what you think is going to happen. And feel free to subscribe and leave a like. And, yeah, have a good day.